and welcome to another Tech and Trains channel video, and in this video I'll be showing you how to use the A-Track computer control supplied by NCE in conjunction with the NCE Powercab and NCE USB. So when you first set things up, the coiled cable which you use for the NCE USB plugs straight into your into your connection, whatever you want to call it. It goes here, and then plug in a cable that goes direct into your computer. When you first set it up, you can open the sample one, or you can make your own one. So I'll just go through how to create a new train. Right, so when I want to create a new train, you can see I've got some trains here. I can zoom out. Yep, let's get it in focus. You can click this button here. It says insert blank item and after. Right, so I've got a blank item here. So you can double click, bring up a dialog box. So we can set this to be a locomotive. And the next train I'll probably convert to DCC will be the class 170. So just go class 170, and then can go its primary address. Let's set it to what should we set it to? Set it to 8. Set that to 8. So what we're doing here is the locomotive address that you're using on your NCE Powercab goes in there, and then you just put the same address in there. It doesn't really matter, but you click update item, and that's your train saved. So to run a train, you can right click, click operate, but because I got this one open already, this dialog box, can't click operate again. So I can bring up the Pendolino, that's over here, and to the left we've got my signals. So the lower signal down here is output 1, the one up there is output 2. So of course, first things first, to turn the headlights on and off. Headlights are already on, so you can see they're green here. So if we click off, headlights go off on the train. We can click the button again. Oh, clicked it twice. And the lights come back on again. For the default locomotive, function 0, which is headlight, function 2 and function 4 are latching, which basically means you tap them on, they stay on, you tap them off, stay off, and functions 1, 3 and 5 are non-latching, which basically means as long as I hold them down they're on, as soon as I take my thumb off they're off. So that would be like a horn, for example. Settings can be changed on here to turn them from non-latching back to latching, etc, etc, but that's not really necessary at the moment unless you've got some wiring in a train, really. So we got my signal up, and we can see that the first signal is set to green. Just about to see that the green one's highlighted over the red, and over here output 2, which is the signal at the top, is set to red, but in actual fact it's just the top one's not green, it's automatic, the bottom one's default red. So we can see that one's on automatic because it's gone to yellow, that one because that one's red. So if I go and click, just zoom in, this one down to red, default red, you can see signal goes to red, then if you click again, goes to yellow. Same process can be repeated over here, except you'll see that because both signals are interlocked, you see a change in both of them. You just go output 2, green. Yep, so both signals have changed. Signals are train tech sensor signals. You just operate them as normal on A-Track, really. And now we get on to looking at the train. When it comes to trains, just be aware that your speed step settings will not be copied across from the controller. So if you want really smooth running on 128 speed steps, I recommend you go and change it for each individual train. So you can see got all my trains. Ooh, Voyagers 128 should be on 128. Don't know how that happened. I must have not saved it yesterday. But you can see that most of my trains are on 128 speed steps. Just see there. Speed steps. I'll just show you. You go into the locomotive. Go into speed. Change speed steps to 128 speed steps. Update item. Close. Right. So that's that. When you move a train, you have the throttle here. You can use these buttons like the NT Powercab. This is increase slowly, increase quickly, decrease slowly. So we set the train to go forward. You can set it to reverse. Oh, you can set it to reverse. Clicking the reverse button. Should be able to see the red lights on the end. And then we can set it to forward again by clicking the forward button. Right, so to make the train go forward, you can drag. Oh, you can go like that. Oh, no. Don't like that. But it's very... what's the word? It's very jolty when you just have to click the numbers. And I don't particularly like that joltiness. So I prefer to go for the smoothness. This small increase. Just gradually increase it. This Pendolino I've got open. Just gradually, every so often, clicking the increase button. And that's the train moving. You can slow it down again. Just going decrease, 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 decrease. Okay. So that's that basically. The main advantages of using A-Track over other makes of app in cooperation with the NT Powercab is that it just has that bit more functionality. So what we can do is that we can actually allocate a train to the NT Powercab, so we can force the NT Powercab to accept a train. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to force the NT Powercab to select the 350. It does, surprisingly, it doesn't actually show up that I've changed it on the NT Powercab. It doesn't do anything. Go allocate NT Cab. Says, and this is the screen it brings up. Go. Oh. We can allocate that. We can confirm. Yes. And then that will do that for us, and we should come back and find that when we click headlights it turns the lights on the class 350. Even though it did throw up an error message, if we go onto the NC Powercab, still says Loco 4, which is the class 350, but I can hit headlight. The Loco 4 is the class 150, and Loco 5, the class 350, will come on. And that's how the allocation works. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please comment, like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.